Holy shit, the horn's broken. No!
Thank God.
No!
I hated that goddamn thing.
Fucking thank God.
Welcome to Random Ramblings.
Best podcast ever.
Welcome to Random Ramblings, everybody. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess.
We're
and
happy.
We're gonna fucking rock out today.
Today we're talking about...
Yeah.
That's really disappointing.
He's all sad.
God damn, I'm going to get a new horn. Get an even bigger and better one. No.
Well, I'm not taking you.
I'll see if I can fix that. If not, we'll have a funeral for it next week.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If that's what it takes to get rid of it and to get rid of it for good, I'll have a fucking funeral for the goddamn thing.
We should take it out to a lake and then try and shoot an arrow at it.
Oh,
yeah.
Like fucking that guy in Game of Thrones and the other guy takes it and he just does it?
Which one of us would have to take it? Because none of us could be able to hit it.
I can make that.
There's no fucking way.
I could do that shot. The flaming arrow right into
I think
my...
you just shot that backwards.
No, I didn't. You hold the bow here, you pull the thing back, and you let go.
I know, but the way you did it, it was like you were like...
Yeah, but you don't... It doesn't come above your fucking shoulder there, Chief. It fucking... You'd be like pulling a lawnmower.
That's my technique. That's my technique.
You think if your name was
fucking hold this
Chief,
like
you'd
this,
know how to shoot an arrow.
Like this.
Yeah, apparently, this is the Shit on Jerome podcast. My horn breaks. I can't shoot an arrow.
Hey, what do they always say? Kick a man when he's down, you know?
Yeah.
Hate it.
It's fun. It's fun and easy to gang up on somebody when they're down.
Yeah, especially when a close relative just died, like my horn.
Yeah.
It's not a relative.
If you consider that a close relative, I'm quitting this fucking podcast.
It's not even barely relative.
And it's been around. It was like the fourth person on this podcast.
He's really upset because now he's starting to stutter.
That horn's been around since almost the beginning. Like
the time
20 episodes into this podcast, that horn came around.
What? You know what? Here's something that they really do say. All good things must come to an end, okay? It's done. It's over with. You need to cut your ties and move along, buddy.
Move along. Move along.
You like your panties.
Yeah, that sounds oddly familiar. What movie is that from?
The one we just fucking watched.
I know. It kind of sounds like me. I'm not trying to just be funny, but it kind of sounds like
Is Hess Bill Paxton? Let's see.
You like your panties.
I don't know.
I could say I like your panties.
No, you know,
that's under pressure.
You finally
no. You wanted me to say it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna play. I thought you were gonna play it again.
I'll play it again and then you say it.
I'm telling you.
You like your panties.
I like your panties.
I like your panties.
Hess is pretty close actually.
Those are women's underpants.
Takes the same stance too. But you know what's so funny? Right when that popped up in the movie, which we'll get to more of its ends after we do our poll in a minute. But he goes, "I like your panties." I was like, "Fuck yeah, panties sound clip! I'm putting that on the board." And then all of a sudden the brother walks back out and he goes, "Those are women's underpants." And I was like, fuck, he ruined it.
100%.
1 second I was like, "Cool, we got another panties thing," and I get to continue this whole panties talk. And then he was on your guys' side. You guys want to do a poll?
No.
Everybody have their movie?
Kinda.
I do.
So, for people that don't know, we watched Weird Science, picked an actor from this, went to the IMDb, and picked our next movie, and we're all going to vote.
You know, when I started this movie, I couldn't remember how we got there. I'm like, what the? And then I was like, oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. I was thinking it was Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. really cuts out quite a bit. But I'm picking... Yeah.
Who says you go first?
It was my movie, motherfucker. I asked last week, but he forgot the name of his movie.
Jesus, no point.
I didn't forget the name. I forgot the
actor. Yeah. I'm picking Anthony Michael Hall, and I'm picking Edward Scissorhands.
Okay.
Oh.
I haven't seen that in a long-ass time.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Edward Scissorhands?
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan, but it's okay.
I remember liking it, but I haven't seen it since
I was
with
not
a wee little laddie.
I was not a Johnny Depp fan at that point in time.
And now you are?
Well, I was.
Because Tusk? What if he has a penis on his nose in this one?
Donnie Brasco is the best thing he's ever done.
What about Pirates of the Caribbean? Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
What do you say, S?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Some people say Caribbean. I think Macy says Caribbean.
Sounds like something Macy.
Oh, it's a Pirates of the Caribbean?
So no, but I wasn't watching any Johnny Depp movies back then. I was like, he's the idiot from Platoon.
You like him in Nightmare on Elm Street?
In Nightmare on Elm Street, I was like, I'm not watching that little wuss.
Was, huh? Hey, he gets beat up by Amber Heard.
It's true. But then I learned to like him, and now he's a nutbag.
He's kind of like you in this movie. He's a real sad boy.
It's true.
Oh, does his horn break? Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, he
replaces it with scissors.
He has scissor. He has
He's
scissor
got
hands.
no hands.
He has scissor hands, so he goes to grab his horn, snips in half, just like mine just did.
So you're like Jerome Hornhands?
Just trying to grab it.
Jerome Butterfingers.
Yeah. Can't reach it so far behind me. Oh my God, no one cares. You're gonna knock over the whole table.
You're gonna break the goddamn fucking. You're gonna knock cameras over and shit.
No, the cameras are far away.
The cameras are far away.
I just wanted to show people that we're. Oh, literally, like, oh, that's like the whistle part.
Don't put your lips on it, you weirdo. Always sticking something in his mouth.
He's like, "Is this dog shit?"
Why would I wonder?
Okay, Harpo.
But it pops right back out. That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
You know, the good thing about most people with horns like Harpo Marx, they don't talk.
Wow. Okay. I can be hard for the rest of the podcast if you'd like.
There's no fucking way.
Well,
Well, one, you can't because your horn's broken.
My horns?
That too.
I think our Hess is broken too.
Jesus.
We need to change the batteries.
Fucking 5 minutes after a nap, he's fucking ready to go.
it was legit like a 35-minute nap.
When you came on, I was like, oh my God, is he awake? And now you're like dancing.
Gotta wake up, man. Gotta get that blood flowing. You know,
All right,
it was
all right,
all in the
who's
dick.
going next? I got Edward Scissorhands.
Go ahead, Nick. You go next. I'll save mine for last.
Best for last.
I think I know what you're picking. I already told Jerome.
What is it?
Well, if
I do want to point out the last 2 times you said you've known Hess's movie, you haven't even been close.
No, that's true.
Nope.
Although house close. Like either right
House
or wrong.
close.
You're not really close.
No, you could be close.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking Chino Fat Williams.
Who's Keanu Fat Williams?
He's that big black guy that was next to Anthony Michael Hall when he was
That
talking.
fainted?
When he was like,
The guy who fainted?
Why do you have to be such a wanker?
sorry, wrong button.
You know what the bitch did to me?
Yeah, when he's talking to him like that.
to worry about no titties for
Yeah.
the rest of her life, boy. You know,
That shit is hilarious.
That's funny
It is so funny.
all we talked about in that scene is how much that reminded us of you.
Yeah.
I knew you guys were gonna say that.
Because I could totally see you getting talking about, man, she had the biggest titties, man.
But I'm taking the guy he was talking to, and I'm taking House Party.
Oh, we're going to make House Party look like House Party 2?
Make House Party 2 look like House Party 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know when to vote for it, but I wanted to be different.
Every time he says a movie, he says that. Every time he tries to get a sympathy vote out of us. But
No,
no one's going to vote for my movie. I'm going to see it anyway.
I don't care. It's just like JFK. I just want to pick a different movie. I don't want to pick. I don't know. I like.
Oh, you're saying mine's mainstream. Edward
Yeah,
Scissorhands.
kind of. A little bit.
Edward.
Hey, Timothy Chalamet was just in a commercial playing him. It's really relevant right now.
I'm gonna take Billy Paxton.
Billy Pax. I almost took him. I was gonna take True Lies.
I almost did Aliens with him.
I was gonna do True Lies because it seemed like neither one of you guys remembered True Lies.
And House Party?
House Party.
I just didn't write it down real quick.
You don't have a lot to pick from with Bill Paxton, only like 700 movies.
Yeah, and we're gonna be floating on the seas until it sinks on Titanic, baby.
Oh, Titanic! That is not where I thought you were going.
Let's go, baby!
Titanic.
That might steal Taylor's vote from me because she told me to pick Edward Scissorhands. She might pick Titanic.
Well, I'm definitely not voting for Hess's movie.
How long is Titanic? I honestly don't know.
3
It's like
hours.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
Never seen it. Never want to.
I
might sit this one.
The only time I've seen Titanic was when we went to that that Mexican restaurant with Jamie.
Movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, that gives us quite a bit of movies. It might be worth it to watch it just to watch another Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
See, I didn't even know Bill Paxton was in it.
I didn't either. I'd say who does he play, but like I would fucking tell me.
Right.
I have no idea. All right, the poll is live.
It is 3 hours and 14 minutes. Holy shit!
Yeah, I just looked at it.
I thought could have really broadened our horizons,
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it, so I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna watch it. If it gets picked, I'll watch it. I just don't want
Well,
to.
I'd hope so. If any movie gets picked and someone doesn't watch it, I feel like they're instantly kicked off the podcast.
You know?
That's just a dick move.
How would you know?
What do you mean?
If I just went in there and was like, "Oh yeah, Billy
I feel like
Zane,
it's
that
pretty-
Billy Zane guy, he's crazy."
I feel like it's pretty obvious if you don't watch
He's
the movie.
crazy.
Especially because we have a part where you have to come up with your own favorite scene. And then if you don't,
when they all die at the end,
you can't say that.
when the old lady talks.
You can go win.
He slimed me.
We're not Ghostbusters, Nick. It was Titanic.
Ah.
I watched the wrong movie.
What if we all watched our own movie and then talked about it the same way?
I suggested in the beginning.
That'd be weird.
I said every week we each watch
A
our
different movie. What was your favorite scene?
You know what's funny? I looked up because there was a part. Well, I'll get into it when we get to Weird Science, but it connected to a Hester show they wanted us to watch.
What show?
Well, I'll tell you when we get there, pal.
Okay.
Weird Science, bum bum. You know that's the song. This right here. I can't get over whenever I watch this movie that song is like the same exact song from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, like the '90s one.
So they
Like the
copied
one
it?
in the beginning, it sounds so close. I was even looking it up to see if like the same guy made it or something, because then I was like, okay, well that's the reason why, and it's not. And there's even YouTube videos comparing the songs.
Well, I told Taylor like that song was popular. Like
Yeah,
it was
is
probably
is
as
Wango Bongo makes it.
Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo. That's hard to
But
say.
apparently Danny Elfman was in Oingo Boingo, and he does all kinds of music for all kinds of movies.
Oh, that's interesting. It's a great song. That could be the best thing about the movie. That gets stuck in my head.
I looked it up. It was number 45 in the top 100 that year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely a popular song.
Yeah. Well, so what did you guys think about?
I thought it was okay.
It is an okay movie, but it's fun to watch.
It was. I liked it better than the previous movie.
It's super easy to sit through. It's like an hour.
Yeah.
It's barely an hour and a half too.
But
Hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, it's
at
a
the
breeze.
same time, it's pretty fucking stupid.
Well, yeah. I mean, a movie about kids making a girl to fuck is gonna be stupid.
Yeah, and then they don't even fuck her.
I mean, I didn't even make you guys watch the TV show about it.
Well, that was an option whenever I was looking for it. I had to fucking get Cinemax to fucking watch this damn thing.
We have
'Cause I wasn't-
we have Cinemax, but we couldn't figure out it wouldn't let us connect it to our Hulu. So when we
It
were
has
like,
to
fuck
be. I think you have to get it through the Hulu.
Yeah,
That's-
we figured that out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not renting this movie. I'm just gonna fucking sign up for a trial.
That's funny. Nick ended up renting it, so that's how I got some of these sounds too.
Yeah, I just rented it because I wanted to watch it at the gym yesterday. I had to go anyway, so I might as well. I do it. I might as well make it do something.
Hey,
But,
Ben! Maybe she died.
oh shit! Those kids came back and kidnapped her.
Yeah.
Have you had any?
The-
have they knocked on your door since you sent me that video?
Nah.
Hmm.
No.
Where would you rank this in John Hughes movies?
Oh, probably the. Well, I don't know all of his movies, but I'd say it wouldn't
A
be
lot lower than like his most popular.
Yeah,
ones.
like obviously Ferris Bueller and like Breakfast Club is better,
And Planes, Trains.
but it wouldn't be. I'd probably rank it actually maybe close to Planes, Trains. I probably watch those about the same.
Oh, I think Planes and Trains is
Because this is
Yeah,
this one's-
Planes, Trains,
this
and
is just fun.
Automobiles. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's
That's
a good movie.
100 times
this
better.
one's like like if I just wanted something
Yeah.
fun to turn on, I'd turn this on before I turn on Planes, Trains.
Oh, there's no way. I mean, to each their own.
Mm. I did see he was mad. I don't know the specifics, so I'm probably getting some of this wrong. But he was mad at the studio because they were like forcing him to direct this at the time, and he really was trying to direct like his passion movie, which was Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So they said, "All right, well, if you just direct this right now, you can also direct Breakfast Club." Like they made a deal.
Yeah. It's weird that he
And
didn't want to direct his own movie.
And it's so weird that I think it's just because he wanted to do Breakfast Club first, and he wanted to put all his time into that.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because these could not be too farther apart movies. I feel like this
Oh,
one's all
for
about
sure.
like, man, you see that girl in her titties, man, and all this stuff, and then like Breakfast Club is like they actually get into like what's going wrong with them and all this shit, and like
yeah.
that seems like a normal movie, and this one's like, look at that girl's asshole, damn, and like they were made at the same time, same dude. It's just so strange.
I thought it was going
It
to
is.
be funnier. I mean, don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad.
I feel like if it's your first time watching it, it'd be pretty funny.
I hadn't seen it in years, though. But I think that's why. I think because it was never at the top of my list, I just didn't like it that much.
Mhm. What's funny is
But it was John Hughes, so I was just like,
when it gets all crazy in the end, and which I wanted to look up, but I never did how they did some of that stuff, because some of that stuff is actually kind of cool. when everything's like flying through the chimney and going out of the house and all that stuff.
It wasn't. Yeah, considering 1985, the effects weren't bad.
Yeah, but it was going all crazy like that, and then she turns the brother into some weird little like frog creature thing. Taylor's like,
Jabba the Hutt looking fuck.
Yeah, Taylor was like, "Is there any way that you could get them get from here to Gremlins?" Because she was thinking it's like just as weird in the end. Because at the end, the Gremlins are driving the car, and fucking Mike from Breaking Bad's in it, and I think his car blows up.
Oh, really?
It just gets so fucking bizarre. I added a new thing to the top of our list before we get into what we would change. I ask, why did this movie happen? So basically, just the story. So. What happened to Weird Science?
So 2 nerds that get depanced in the beginning of the fucking movie.
Yeah, by Iron Man and the bully boyfriend Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, and actually, I say 2, but Anthony Michael Hall was a dick.
Yeah,
and he talked his friend into making.
Which did you notice? His friend he didn't seem to be upset by anything the entire movie. He looked like he was having the time of his life. They got the pants. He's like, "Ooh, my pee-pee." They get the slushy poured on them. He's smiling, looking around at the mall.
Yeah.
No matter what, that guy was having a blast.
Well, I looked him up.
He was trying to play it off. He's like, I'm the cool guy.
I looked him up. I was like, oh, maybe I can pick a movie with him in it. And I was like, no, he's not in much else. It's
I
some
can
TV
imagine.
shows, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they decide to make Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah.
It was weird. So, did the computer make the girl?
Wait, hold on. It was.
Wow. There's no science involved.
That is weird.
Yeah.
It was.
Which is what I said.
And I like how they hacked the computer place.
Yeah, it was
whatever,
some random
Was that
this place is high tech.
Now I know this is 1985 and there was no internet or nothing.
Yeah.
But is that really what they thought computers were going to be?
I know. You could be on there and be like, "How big are the boobs going to be?" No, those are too big. You want it to be a handful. You don't want to get sore.
Well, but when they went in the tunnel and then they went the wrong way and then it kicked them back out and they went in that one, I was like, "Oh my god." And then it says access denied and he just knocks it away and it sounds like bowling pins. I was like, "Oh boy. This is bad."
And then a storm's happening, and then they have fucking electrical clamps on a Barbie doll to make Kelly LeBrock.
Which, okay,
yeah.
Let's pretend that makes sense. Okay?
Hold on. Okay.
How do the electric clamps get on the Time magazine to make the fucking nuclear warhead?
Just
it's so stupid.
You know what I thought of though when I was going? If this was a parody, if this was gonna be a skit in Jay and Silent Bob or something, it'd be on a porno magazine on right on a dude's dick or something, and it'd be a huge penis growing in that room.
God, your mind is fucked up.
I could see that in a movie, like a Jay and Silent Bob type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see it. Like if they did a skit like that in groovy cartoon movie.
And I could see Jay using it as a fucking stripper pole dancing or something.
Yeah, licking it.
I when they first the big
you
thing.
You wanna fuck me?
The first thing that when people talk about this is they make a woman with bras on their head. That's the first thing people say.
I was actually a little surprised that Hess didn't sit there with a bra on his head. I could see him showing up and doing that.
He'd need a fitted one with an A's logo or something. But
that'd be good.
I will admit also, in my head, I was like, oh, I could totally see. This is the Jerome and Hess show. And you guys just fucking show up with bras on your head.
That would never happen.
You never know. You haven't seen the next episode.
I haven't seen any episode.
You watched one? You told me?
I listened to it.
Oh, Hess was right. I thought you watched it. He thought you listened to it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't see the part where we pull our penises out and sword fighted?
No, I missed that.
It was through Zoom, too, so it got pretty hot. Yeah. But that is kind of just all the story of Weird Science. They make a girl
to fuck. They don't fuck her. And then
apparently go in the shower with their jeans on.
So what is the point of this movie? To learn a lesson?
To learn... Which I told Taylor this at the very end. So to me, I thought the lesson was,
be yourself.
Be yourself. People like you no matter what. But if this movie didn't happen, those girls wouldn't like them at all. So that's not actually true.
And the only way everyone started liking them is because she created these bad guys to come, and
she brought Mad Max and Hills Have Eyes to life.
Yeah. You know what's another?
Weird.
So Hess is making faces. So
I was mouthing Weird Science.
So yesterday I watched this, and then I also watched Commando.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Paxton is in both movies.
Were you Commando while watching Commando?
No, I was naked.
Well, you did it wrong.
That's when I was texting you. Remember? No. Oh, okay.
No.
So, and so is Vernon Wells, the guy that's the Mad Max guy. He's the bad guy in Commando. And then I read.
Was he just the bad guy in the 90s and everything?
No, just these two, I think. I don't know.
Well,
And then,
when did Mad Max 2 come out? Do you know?
I don't know. Early 80s, I think.
Oh, it's okay.
Um,
That's what started it then.
But yeah, and then nothing after. I don't know. I didn't look at his IMDb that closely. But there's a third guy that's in Weird Science that is also in Commando, but he was just like, like in a room at one point.
I tried to get from the henchman, the girl, and then when Anthony Michael Hall goes to like yell at them, and he's like, "Hey, shut up, bitch!" I tried to get that sound clip, but I couldn't find that clip, and then it was too late to do this, and I didn't want to go record it from Amazon or whatever. But I wanted to get that one on there.
I'm kind of glad you didn't get
I wanted that to be like the "Wanna shut up" on this podcast, but
Yeah.
I couldn't get it.
I could see that.
Absolutely.
But is there anything that you guys would change about this movie?
There's a lot I'd change.
I would do, because all of a sudden she's kind of like she gets them to the bar and she pulls out their IDs and you're like, oh, she's a computer, that thing that kind of makes sense or whatever.
Yeah.
I would do maybe more adult things that they want to do, and all because they just kind of show she has magic in the end. Do more magical stuff then. Like she turns the brother into a frog, Jabba the Hutt thing.
Yeah.
She comatoses the grandparents.
Cars.
The cars, all that. Like I do more of that throughout the whole movie.
Well, and they didn't really do anything. They created her. They go to a club. They have a party, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I'd just do more with that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this one was only an hour and a half.
Maybe make it rated R, so then they could be like.
Well, they did.
You still saw titties, barely, but I mean, like, they were in there.
For the rest of her life,
Yeah,
boy.
that the girl playing the piano, she's like a centerfold.
Yeah.
In Playboy.
Well, I did think it was interesting, so I forgot her. I wrote it actually down. I think she was 26 in the movie.
Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah. She's 25 years old, and she kisses both of them, and they're 17 and 16 in the movie.
Yeah, the younger
80s.
one, like gave her tongue,
Yeah, he did. He was like, "This is my chance, motherfucker."
and then she's like, "You do that again, I'm gonna kick your ass." Fucking weirdos.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's the 80s for you.
Do you think they would do that now?
No.
No, probably not. God forbid. You
No,
keep doing
'cause then
it
that the 15 or 16-year-old or whatever, they could probably sue for being sexually
I find
harassed.
interesting is it seems like in movies now they can't do that, but it seems like in TV shows they don't care. Like in Pretty Little Liars, the main girl that goes missing, like back in season 1 or whatever, she was legit like 14 years old when the show came out, and she was kissing dudes that were clearly adults in it. There was like several scenes of that. I mean, you're like, this is so fucking weird. And then it even happens later on in the show.
I mean, it's
like as it gets to like pretty recent, as in like 2014, 15 or whatever. So that it's interesting how that, and it seems like in TV they don't care because they're like, yeah, no one really looks up the ages.
Yeah, I mean, it is acting still.
Yeah.
It's not like they're actually.
But it's like, I feel like there's a certain point, like, I feel like it can get creepy.
Yeah, I didn't find this creepy. I just found it weird.
Should make that your new ringtone.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That is a good fucking idea. I love that. Every time I get a text or anything. But is there anything specific that you guys would change about the movie?
I mean, I don't know. Probably more, just some nudity, like LeBlanc.
I just want the robot naked the entire time. Kelly LeBrock nude the whole movie.
Sure.
I mean, the story's not very good. You
could rework the story quite a bit just to make it.
I mean, what was the
There's
point?
more hijinks.
What was the point of the club they went to?
Because she wanted to party.
But I mean,
so then they do that. Then she's like, "Oh, well, then we could do it at your house. We don't want to do it out in public."
But why did they go to like a black club?
I feel like they only did that to make him hood talk, to make him be like,
You know what the bitch did to me?
and then they could do all those jokes because he's drunk and acting black and all that.
They couldn't have that scene in a movie nowadays.
No way.
There would be a fucking outrage, right?
Yeah. I feel like it honestly maybe depends on who's making the movie and how they did it.
Right.
I mean, like
But
Tarantino or something.
Yeah, I was
gonna
say Tarantino maybe could,
but,
and it would depend
on
what actors were in the scene as well. I think.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, but they were making fun of him.
Yeah, totally.
So like,
totally,
he was kind of the butt of the joke.
Yeah,
but it was just weird and stupid.
Yeah, and it just did remind me of Hess the whole time.
See, like you said, it was hilarious. I didn't really find it that.
I
funny.
found it. I found
No,
it,
he said it was hilarious.
I found the scene funny the first time I watched it, but not because of the scene. Because I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Oh,
And then like then the whole ride home, he's like, "Hey man," and talking like that the whole time, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on? Why is he talking like that?"
yeah, it was.
I
really
know.
odd. And it's not like any of them were talking like that.
Yeah, there was.
No.
So I wonder if that was a thing that like they told him to do, and like or if that was like
Did
Anthony
you know
Michael
that-
Hall thinks that's how you sound when you're drunk.
Did you notice the white guy in the group was the janitor from Breakfast Club?
Oh my god,
I did not catch that.
I didn't even realize that. No.
So
I mean, now that you say that, instantly pops in my head that that's right, but I no
well,
idea.
I looked him up because I was hoping he was in Not Another Teen Movie, and I was gonna pick Not Another Teen Movie just to fucking piss you off. But
That would have been so.
apparently, I just imagined that cameo.
Can you imagine what this poll looked like? It'd be Edward Scissorhands, Not Another Teen Movie, and Titanic.
I mean,
People be like, "What is this podcast? What do they watch?"
Yeah.
Like these are so different.
I already threw in House Party. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Was there any? Oh, sorry, I skipped. Best scene / quote.
I wrote down a quote because
A quote.
I always forget quotes.
I have two.
I know.
I'm gonna need Hess to read this in his black voice.
Here, these are mine.
Why do you have to be such a wanker?
And
When
A
I had to
wanker?
worry about no titties for the rest of her life, boy, you know. she was
It
set.
took me a little while to realize that was
Son.
Bill Paxton.
yeah, I like the.
Really?
Like your panties.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
women's
because I mean,
underpants.
Like the movie that I most remember him from was like Twister, and it didn't look anything like him to me.
I
And then- and then
instantly think of aliens with
Well, I
them.
mean,
Just,
it
Game
is-
over, man.
It's almost 15 years prior to that.
Because then I was like, where the fuck is Bill Paxton gonna come in? And I'm like, that is fucking Bill Paxton.
See, I told Jerome you were gonna pick Tombstone,
Yeah, he did tell me you were gonna pick Tombstone.
and you went Titanic. You disappointed me.
Hey, you got the actor and the T right. See, I told you could be close.
Well, my nuts are halfway up my ass. Other than that, I'm perfect.
I like
Yeah.
that. When my nuts are halfway in my ass, better than that, I'm perfect.
It almost just sounded like you have like a lisp, or you got punched in the face.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Do you have a quote or anything, Ass?
I like the scene where they're at the club. That shit cracked me up.
You know what the bitch did to me?
And then at the end, like it just like it's not. I don't. That if we're doing like a least favorite, that'd probably be my like when they all show up at the party, like riding on motorcycles and shit. It's like
It's just weird. The only reason I like that
It's
at
like,
all is
what
because
the
it's the
fuck?
same exact bad guy from Mad Max in the same exact outfit.
How come when you say weird, you don't hit the button?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the problem I have with the ending is it's not funny. You know?
See, what would be cool now is if like you remade it now and made it with a studio and actually brought like say you did this at Disney, which I mean then you couldn't do any of the fucking jokes.
Right.
of it, but you could bring in like because the magic and all that, you could bring like a Marvel villain or a Star Wars villain or something to make it like, oh, that's kind of cool and weird that
Yeah.
it's cool and
see they could have remade this movie like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they could have had Michael Cera and Jonah Hill play the parts of them.
oh, that'd be fucking interesting. I told Nick when I watched it, it reminded me of this could be like a young Bill and Ted adventure, like before they
I
time
can see
travel,
that.
like because like they're very like it's a blonde hair and black haired kid, like it's very similar. I could totally see that.
I could see
And it'd
that.
probably be funnier if it was Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter.
Possibly.
I mean, it couldn't be worse.
Did you know Anthony Michael Hall said his girlfriend was in Canada? Did you notice? Did you catch that part? He said he had a girlfriend in Canada.
Uh-uh.
He also says that in Breakfast Club. So do you think it's the same girl?
Same character,
I don't think the same character.
different
but-
names.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So that means that
And it's same
John
place.
Hughes is a lazy writer because he made these at the same time.
Kinda.
What a lazy piece of shit. And
Uh,
he gets away with that in Hollywood these days.
I'm surprised he hasn't brought up where it's made yet. Like there's Shermer, Illinois.
Oh, Sherman, Illinois.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes in any movie is in Dogma.
Fucking weird science, where this babe wants to take her gear off and get down, but oh no, she don't, because it's a PG movie. See, all these movies take place in this small town called Shermer in Illinois, where all the honeys are top shelf, but all the dudes are whiny pussies. Except for Judd Nelson, he was fucking harsh.
Was this? This wasn't shot in Indiana, was it? Why when the grandpa gets there, he's like, "You get out of here, you Hoosiers!" I was like, what? Are they in Indiana?
No, they're supposed to be in Illinois.
I would say it either was filmed in Indiana or that the actor is just from there.
Because I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is he talking about?
I think it was like filmed in the same high school and stuff. Like as
It
a lot
was,
of his
yeah.
other
Same as
movies.
Breakfast Club too,
Yeah.
and all that.
It makes sense.
Any surprise cameos? I feel like not really. Robert Downey Jr. maybe, but I knew he was in it.
This was one of his first movies, or what?
But I think
This guy, he looks young.
I
as
think
shit.
pretty early, but I don't know about first.
Yeah, I don't know about first. He's been acting.
Here, actually,
for a
I'll
long
look it up. I'm kind of curious what his first movie would be.
He wasn't very good in this. I can tell you that.
Oh,
He didn't speak. I mean, they didn't really have a lot. I mean,
mean,
he was in it.
I don't think it
but
had.
it wasn't a
I don't
lot,
think it
yeah.
had much to do with him because I mean maybe it was, but he didn't really have much to work with. They didn't give him much scenes. you know?
Right. I mean, that's
I
true.
did like though when they were apologizing to the girls and they're like behind the girls and like, oh sorry.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
That actually was kind of funny. Yeah.
Weird science.
I'm not on
We
this.
fucking
I'm
singing
not,
that the rest of the night.
I'm scrolling IMDb. I wish I could say. His first movie was Pound. He
It's Jerome's
they
favorite
said
movie.
Puppy as Bob Downey. Oh, so he was credited as Bob Downey in that.
Well, because his dad was a director, so like he's probably like 4 or something
His
in a movie.
dad didn't call him Junior then. So
Yeah, yesterday-
his
You ever heard of
his
his dad?
birthday.
You ever heard of his dad, Robert Downey Sr.?
he was his first actual thing because there's that and then there's 2 uncredited was Baby It's You. He was Stuart and then he's in Firstborn as Lee.
What year?
1983 and 1984 is the next one, and then it seems like the first one of him actually being Robert Downey is Weird Science. So this is his first movie as Robert Downey. Next,
Yesterday
next was a
his
miniseries.
birthday.
Oh yeah, it was. Happy birthday, Robert! And then, you know what's pretty interesting? So he's in Weird Science as Robert Downey. He's in Mussolini: The Untold Story as a series as Robert Downey, and then the next thing after that, he's in SNL.
Yeah, him and Anthony
I
Michael Hall went
forget
to
all
SNL.
the time that he's in SNL.
They
I don't
didn't-
think I've ever seen a skit of him.
they didn't last very long.
Wasn't there just like a few episodes in a season?
Yeah, they both went at the same time.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Best performance, I say Kelly LeBrock because I felt the boys just when they were having a fun time the whole time. They so even when you see
I think Wyatt. I would give it to Wyatt.
I just lost his name. What
Really?
What's
Yeah.
the guy from Tombstone? I just lost his
Bill
name.
Paxton.
When Bill Paxton is yelling at them in the kitchen, did you see them laughing the entire time?
Yeah.
A lot of that was real.
Yeah, I
like
know.
they just couldn't held it in.
Which I felt. I was like, oh, I'm glad they're laughing.
Yeah, they're having a
'Cause
good.
I wasn't
They're
laughing.
having a good. Which I was like, there has to be something else on set that was making them laugh because like, what he was saying wasn't funny.
Well, I read that like when the missile comes up,
Mm-hmm.
that supposedly that scene cost $100,000. They thought because like the way
Jesus.
they had to like film it going down and all that sort of stuff. But and they had to film it a couple of times because right before the scene started, they all started laughing because fucking Anthony Michael Hall farted right before the scene started.
That'd be a Hess move, right?
I almost
right
picked
when
off-
Simmons' action just.
I almost picked All About the Benjamins.
Oh, that's good.
That's a fun movie.
That's a fun
Yeah,
movie, yeah.
because he gets his ass kicked by Ice Cube in the beginning.
I completely forgot about that.
Or I almost picked Batman, The Dark Knight,
Who's in The Dark Knight?
Anthony Michael Hall.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Who is he in that?
Hey, he's Scarecrow. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I know he's not that. Who is he? In that?
I don't know who he is, but he's in it.
Oh, that's interesting. Sequel. What we had to make the sequel. What's the sequel to?
I'd call it probably Weird Science 2.
Wait, hold on.
2.
Electric Boogaloo.
I'm ready, bitch.
Yeah.
But I would call it
Wow.
like Teen Wolf. You go 2, and then you just do a completely different one.
Different
And
actor.
then maybe have a good story this time.
Well, we have to make it right now. Well, who do we cast as the 2 kids?
Is it like now?
Yeah, we're making it right. It'll come out 2023.
Oh wow.
Well, you should go girls, and then you should make a guy.
Oh, they make a guy and like. Oh, okay. The guy is Chris Hemsworth that they make.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, and then who do we have as the girls that want to make him?
God, that'd be young though. I don't know young.
Zendaya.
Yeah, I don't-
Let's just do it. You do Zendaya and Jules from Euphoria. I don't know like Hunter Schafer.
I like Zendaya. I don't know about Jules.
We could replace her. So we'll do Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth,
And
who do we
I don't know.
who do we want as her friend?
I was thinking Emma Stone, but she's too old.
Yeah, I thought of that too, and I was like, nah, I can't pick her. What age range? I don't know Zendaya's age, but I'll Google.
Zendaya's like 24.
Okay, I'll look. 24-year-old actresses.
she's like 18 to 24. 18 to 24.
Okay, Anthony Michael Hall. Why don't you see how big the titties are?
Yeah.
I can't think of. I can't think
Billie
of.
Eilish. You could do Billie Eilish. Is she an actress? She an actress?
She
or
could
no?
be an actress.
I don't know if she acts, but you could pick her.
I mean, this dude wasn't acting. Well, why? She could do as good
Yeah.
as him.
You could do Billie Eilish.
And
She has
you
big old
picked him as-
sloppy titties.
What?
Huh?
What did you just say?
I heard that. This is what he basically said. This is
I
what
don't
he.
have to worry about no titties for the rest of her life, boy. You know,
How
she
old
was
is
set
Billie
and
Eilish?
she was looking
I think
good.
She's old. She's
just-
old enough.
She just recently turned 18, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
No, the only reason I say that is, and I think I brought it up on this podcast before, maybe not this exact podcast, but a podcast where I do it with both you guys. So it's one of our podcasts, one of Pleeka's podcasts.
Oh,
you know what I
How
mean?
many times did he just say podcast? She's 19 years old, so you're in the clear, but you're close there. Crystalia.
She's like sitting on her couch with her little, like, she has like a little teacup chihuahua or something, and she's just like sitting there and she's just like slapping the fuck out of her titties, like just like it was like an Instagram post, like just fucking slapping the fuck out of her tits.
You ain't wanting to fuck with me, baby.
And now Hess wants to put her in a movie.
Yeah, no. Hess
She's
like, we're making movies? Call me Harvey.
Wow.
It's not too
I
fast.
don't know about all that.
So we got our actors.
Okay.
Billie Eilish, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth. What's the story? Do you same thing,
Same thing, but then.
but more hijinks and make it good?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you end it? Does it end the same way where they find love and he goes away, or do they fuck Chris Hemsworth in the movie?
Absolutely. Threesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ow.
No,
You know what this did to me?
I mean, you could do so much with Chris Hemsworth. So
yeah.
like, it would be great.
What villains do we bring in at the end to do that? Are you doing that whole bit again?
Oh, you could.
Who would you bring in?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, you could use Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Tom Hardy as Bane.
Oh my god. And he beats him up as Thor.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
That's a really good movie.
That sounds.
That could
just
be the
as-
best movie we ever made on here.
Sounds like
And
as bad as the first one.
instead of like a 357 Magnum, what has he got?
A big cock. He just beats him with it.
He beats him with his
Big,
dirty Harry.
Big like 18-inch black dildo.
There was a Dirty Harry reference in this when she goes to the parents.
Yeah.
I did like that when she said that what'd she say he was wanking off or something? What'd she say? When tossing off, and he goes, I never tossed off to nothing. And then mom's like, oh, what are we doing? And he's like, I never did it. And then she pulls the gun out on the dad.
Some of the trivia I was reading is it's the second movie where Bill Paxton has a brother named Wyatt, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, sometimes they're like, okay, cool. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Did you think, oh my god, Wyatt? Is this Westworld?
No, I was like,
Wyatt
who?
Earp?
Oh, Earp. Tombstone. Never would have thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know Wyatt Earp was in Tombstone.
Probably not.
Did
You never know with him.
Did we learn anything?
I learned that 80 movies are pretty fucking cheesy.
I learned that science is pretty weird.
If that's not your ringtone or text tone, the next time I see you, I'm gonna strangle you.
Okay,
but if you text him, I'm gonna fucking kick you in the balls.
That's just gonna keep typing. Ding, 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 ding.
Jesus.
Weird.
It's like 2 a.m.
I'll make it.
like,
I'll make it as
why
annoying
don't
as
you
mom's
keep hearing
ringtone. It just keeps
weird
going.
science?
Let's not do that.
That could be the most annoying thing in the world now. I thought she just kept getting text after text after text after text, but it was just her fucking ringtone going off.
No, I like that I like the most annoying text tone ever so much that I made it my ringtone.
Yeah. All she does is talk on the phone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally she comes home from work on the phone until she goes to bed usually.
Yeah, talking
Who'd
to
you talk to?
coworkers.
Random people from work.
They're like bitching about it's like 2 of them bitching about the other one. It's like, oh my god, I can't take it.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Any questions?
I got a lot of questions. Not really.
Toss them this way, cowgirl.
I mean, what the fuck? No, I mean, I don't know. I was a little disappointed, but in this movie, but then again, not as disappointed I was last week.
Yeah, I mean, this was miles better than last week.
Yeah, well, differently, because last week we expected a good movie, and this week I expected
I did just recently watch this last year, so I knew it was goofy and weird, and I just picked this because I knew it would bring up weird conversations on here.
Oh, like we need.
I mean,
Like we need a weird movie to do this.
Yeah.
I know.
We could
You
watch
don't really
Ferris
do that.
Bueller for
The weirder
fuck's
the
sake.
better, though. The ending was a little Ferris Bueller-y, with the stuff coming back together in the house and all that as the parents are walking through the driveway. Reminded me of that a little bit. He's got a style, that John Hughes.
So I guess my question would be: is she's now the PE teacher, and now?
Oh yeah, that was weird. So they set up that sequel, but we said scratch that with our sequel, and
I like how when she says drop it, give me 20, they all click, like hit their heads and fall back.
they all looked like 30-year-old men in high school.
Yeah.
And then
they did.
They
Those
zoomed
are
in,
the
like-
oldest high schoolers I've
and they-
ever seen.
they zoomed
They're
in
like
on the
Tony
5'4"
Danza.
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. They're like Tony Danza lookalikes from
Does-
like fucking
Who's the boss or Taxi?
yeah, who's the boss?
Back to our sequel. Does Kelly LeBrock have a cameo?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You
She's Chris
you gotta call
Hemsworth's
it back.
mom,
Oh, okay.
which he just
Or she could
just
be
created.
the girl's mom, and at the end she like winks like she's not even real. So then you're like, "Fuck, is Zendaya real?"
And then like
This
you got to
isn't
bring back the shitty. Do we bring back the shitty graphics like when the cars disappear and everything?
Do it more updated, but similar.
Okay.
Graphics. Are we playing a video game here?
Yeah, not CGI.
I mean, hey, you gotta pay homage.
I
to the-
thought
to
I
the-
thought it
to
was
the
pretty
orig.
good in this movie, considering.
It was, considering it, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. It was a little cheesy in parts, especially the computer shit. But
that part was
for the
horrible.
I guess the visual effects were pretty cheesy. The special effects were good.
I like when they're trying to create the woman for the two Robert Downey and the other guy.
Mhm.
Robert Downey's like, I'm shitting my pants.
Oh, I did like that. I tried to get that as a soundbite, but it was just too loud and shit was going on. I couldn't get it good. But that was really good. That actually is my favorite moment. I'm gonna have to change that.
Did you? Not the best movie for women.
Oh, definitely. The whole time too, I was like, this movie just treats women like an object, and I was like, yeah, and
Mm.
what do you think?
That's why I was.
What do you think
born
women
in the
are?
60s.
Literally, and
Yeah.
but it's funny because they're like, hey, we'll just you can have our girlfriends.
Yeah.
If you give us her. And I was like, well, what if the girlfriends don't like these idiots that got in the shower when they wanted to shit?
All you have to do is you lay next to them and cuddle one night, and they love you.
Did you think so? With the girls, they said they had to fix their hair and check their makeup and stuff, and then they get in the shower, which was weird, anyways.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That was a funny bit.
But don't you think if I'm one of the girls, I'm pooping?
Why?
Because if they won't leave, they want to shit.
They were just going to the side so they could do their shit.
Exactly.
All right. Y'all want to
Gotta
know?
walk right into that one.
Y'all want to know what movie we're watching next week?
I'm a little afraid, but yes.
Did I move your camera?
No, you just hit it, I guess.
What just happened?
I swung my phone from the couch and smacked his camera.
I thought something went flying across the room or something.
All right.
Although to be fair, I'm just as interested in Edward Scissorhands as I am. With
Well, there is a tie, but
Again?
only for second and third place.
Okay.
So tying at 17%, 6 votes total.
Oh.
Edward Scissorhands
and House.
and House Party. At 66%, Titanic won.
Fuck.
Looks like we're going overseas next week, boys.
Well, and it's another movie you can add on to your 200 for the year.
That's true. And
I actually made a pact with myself that I would never watch this movie, but now Hess wrecked it. I honestly did. This and then he tried to pick the other one before.
What movie was that? Who is that making that pact and themselves not to watch a movie?
I just don't want to watch
That's
it.
a fucking weird thing to do. But speaking of the movies we were watching and not watching, you want to talk about our movie lists?
Sure.
I have watched 130 movies this year so far.
Wow.
It's April.
Yeah. So 130.
I'm
Actually,
trying to watch 201. It's April.
130 different movies.
Right.
Because doubles don't count because Nick's an asshole.
Well, I would have more. Do you want him to count?
No.
Asshole.
So it ended with Natural Born Killers last week, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how many have you done? Or are you gonna wait and tell me after?
Which would you prefer?
You wait and tell me. So I watched 130. Starting with I watched The Craft Legacy, which is the sequel to The Craft.
Wow.
It's pretty. It's bad, but not horrible. It's fucking weird, and they connected. They connected to the end by bringing the villain back.
Was The Craft
for
good?
10 seconds? The Craft's actually pretty decent.
Okay.
Craft's pretty enjoyable.
I don't know if I believe
I
you.
watched Godzilla vs Kong. I fucking loved that. I watched that at midnight. Right when it came out, sat down. It's pretty. It's just barely under 2 hours. I loved that. There is a definite winner, and it's pretty fun. Doctor Strange. We did a whole podcast on that, so I don't really got to talk about that.
Right.
Horrible Bosses. I haven't seen that in a while, and I watched. That's the one I had to scroll through my list because I thought I might have already watched that this year.
Oh, right.
And then I was like, okay, good, I didn't.
I saw the DVD out there. I'm like, oh shit, I should watch that.
They added all the Jackass movies to Paramount Plus, except I learned that they did edit some things out. Like, you know the part where they put horse semen in John Knoxville's lotion? I watched Jackass 3 and I get to the credits and I was moving on to 3.5 and I was like, hey, wait a minute, that wasn't in there.
Hey, they took out the horse semen.
Yeah, and then the part in 2 when Chris Pontius drinks horse semen, they censor the bottle. And I was like, but like they say, you can see people. I saw someone shit in every single one of these movies, but you can't. But they blur out animal semen.
What a weird thing to remember.
It's
horse semen.
It's so well.
It's because it's his favorite drink.
Well, it's just a funny because like for months, Johnny Knox was putting lotion on his body that had horse semen in it, and he had no idea.
Yeah.
I watched Jackass 2, Weird Science, Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3, and 3.5. But I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder and Anthony Hopkins and
Gary Oldman.
Pretty good, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, really?
It's close to the book. I'm in the middle of reading the book right now. It's close to the book as far as I've gotten. Some things are pretty different, but I really enjoyed it. It's really weird. Keanu Reeves is doing a British accent the entire movie. So that's fucking weird.
And a British surfer?
He actually doesn't sound like a surfer, which is even more weird than this. But he's doing that.
Bill.
And it's pretty fun. There's a couple things that they just speed right through. That I was like, oh, I read that in the book and I really enjoyed that part. And then they just speed through it.
Well, how big's the book?
Pretty big.
Yeah. So.
But it's like a 2-hour or something movie. But it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Plus, I really liked the Netflix show, and that kind of covers the same kind of shit.
Oh, really?
But I liked it.
That's good. All right, here's my list. I watched 131.
One ahead of me.
One ahead of you. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And then I went to the theaters and saw Godzilla vs. King Kong in IMAX.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
And I liked it too. It's
fun.
It was fun. Doctor Strange. I watched Thief, which is an James Caan movie, Michael Mann's first director.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
It was okay. It wasn't great. It was supposed to be a classic, and I was like, all right, whatever. Under Siege, Weird Science, Commando.
Wait, hold on, what was the last one?
Weird Science. Commando, Dodgeball.
Oh. Did you know if you dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball?
Dude, I was fucking dying.
It's a great movie.
He fucking chucks the first wrench and it hits Justin Long in the face, and I was fucking laughing my ass off.
It's
funny when people get hit with wrenches.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah. And then last and least, Lethal Weapon.
I thought you were going to say The Last of the Mohicans.
You know what's funny is I almost picked Mad Max 2, and I was going to tell you every week. I was going to tell you, hey, vote for Mad Max 2, because if you get to Mad Max, you could get to Lethal Weapon. Well,
they're doing Lethal Weapon the rewatchables tomorrow. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'll watch it. And it's on Showtime.
Are you going to go see the new one when it comes out?
We'll see.
When you're watching all the Lethal Weapons, are you going to stop and watch the Always Sunny episodes where they make their sequels to Lethal Weapon?
No, but I might watch Loaded Weapon.
What's that?
You don't know what Loaded Weapon is?
I've never heard of Loaded Weapon.
It's a spoof on Lethal Weapon.
Oh.
And it stars Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, really? That sounds fun. I've never heard of that at all. Did you watch anything significant this week, Cass?
I don't think so.
Other than...
Don't you wish you could get that in your helicopter?
Oh, my God. That'd be amazing in Warzone. Flying over to prison like...
Just over and over and over.
Yeah, just that part.
And then you could get the pig squeal.
That'd be great. It'd be all I'd want to play is that and.
I thank God we can't play that one.
I know I can't play that. That's annoying. Well.
It's pretty exciting.
Anything else, boys and girls, cats and kittens, dogs and pickles?
I don't
think so.
Oh, jinx! Now you guys gotta make out and I gotta watch.
You get a watch? Like what? An Apple Watch or?
I'm gonna watch you guys make out.
Oh, I guess you get a watch.
I'll put on a watch if I can watch you guys make out through it. I'll have to make it with some.
Hey, why don't you honk your horn for the end of this podcast?
Hey, why don't you suck my dick, you little asshole?
That's pretty gross. You let your dad suck your cock.
Never tried it. It's pretty good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe. Catch you guys next week for we'll have to do the podcast in 2 parts.
Jesus.
Titanic.
Yeah, we might have to.